going on, world? It's KDUBB, the truth here. I want to give you a little bit of insight and reintroduction to myself. KDUBB, the truth is an artist. Is more heartfelt, passionate, conscious-minded, and that's essentially what my music represents. It's the real, everyday nature of the human experience, as well as taking it more multidimensional and deeper into the thought process, into the psyche of what we create in this experience. And it's more of a positive tip. It's more to be uplifting, to help people through whatever they're going through. And that's the essential core of it. Now in the industry, most of the time people always say if you're talking about something you won't get any airplay. Obviously you have a few exceptions to that through the course of history. And I feel like where music's at right now is that it's taken this place where it's become nothing but a carbon copy, of clone style of music, where it's not about necessarily the artistry of it anymore. It's just how people can get something out there that can generate money. Which isn't, you can't, I don't take nothing away from anybody doing what they feel they need to do. But I feel like there's something more that we haven't tapped into yet on that mainstream level that people are actually looking for. And when you give it to them, they're going to embrace it. They won't run from it. And I think that people get used to the idea of what the industry provides, saying that, no, this is what people want, this is what they listen to. But they haven't given them enough anything different to know any better. But every time someone hears my music or AKKILLEZ music and what we represent, it's always the same thing, like, man, we need more of this now. It's what the industry needs. And it's from people of all walks of life that respond to it that way. So I know that people are ready for it and they're hungry for it. And you have a few artists slowly breaking in through that barrier, and we feel like we have another, part of that with our music and it being so soulful and heartfelt and passionate. It's kind of hard to ignore. So I know that we're coming with something that's necessary, and that whether people are ready for it or not, I think when the time is right, they'll be ready to embrace it, and we're just playing our part until to get to that point. My name, came from KDUBB, was just my nickname growing up, KW, KDUBB, from my initials. And then the truth came from what I spoke of, whether it's in conversation, whether it's through my poetry, whether it's through my music. Everyone used to call me the truth. And because KDUBB was so common as an artist name, I added the truth to it to make it the entire artist name, and then got it trademarked as such. But that is the embodiment of me as an artist. I feel like I'm a voice for the everyday person, man. Everyone just trying to find their way. And I give them some extra encouragement through the nature of what I've experienced and what I find most pressing to speak on. And it reaches people in that manner. And the response I get from it has been an amazing thing from the way it reaches people. And I'm very grateful and humbled by that, because it's essentially, I want it to be more unifying. I want to represent the people as seeing us all come together to live for this movement of us evolving in our consciousness. And that's going a little deeper on another side of things, but it still carries over to the music. And that's what I represent in this, not to be too repetitive. Then what I represent is what I call the Twighlight movement. And that is essentially, me playing my part in our awakening as a species, as we move into a new time period and we become more consciously aware of ourselves and what we're capable of. And the Twighlight movement is just another, faction of that. It can be called whatever you want it to be. But the name is representative of, the twilight hour, where you have that creased light, from daybreak, and the creased light, as the sun sets, and it's eternal. And it's that one of those most magical moments in the sky that you see, and that's kind of what it's encompassing, to kind of be in the moment and be present in what we're creating. And that's what the Twighlight movement is about. That's what the name comes from, and that's where what is the basis behind the company, Twighlight Entertainment Group, that we're building up. And it's almost like the same thing in life, because I do the acting too, and in the film industry, especially with some of the TV shows, reality is kind of the same concept. For me, whether it's acting, whether it's music, whether it's anything I'm doing in my life, this need I have of, or desire in me to create and express, comes from a place of my central awareness and want to see us all thrive and rise as a species. So this is the basis of everything I do, and why it's so prevalent in my music, since the music is essentially another portion of my expression that I can release in rhythmic and melodic form. So all encompassing, this is what we're bringing. The Twighlight movement, the new era lives, and we have the speed of light on it. So stay tuned, we got much on the way. I'm here, live in effect. Yo. My creative expertise takes hold of my reality. Reload, better than fold, that's how my talent be. Shaping in the steel, my mind, more expressive. Road shows, perfecting my soul. Paper lessons, a blessing. Now I tend to study a room, captivating enough to change the molecules in the room. And fine tune, becoming something hard to describe. Humans are stretched, for me it's just a day in the life, and alright. I mean, I earned this type of placement. Mad scientists formulating in the basement. Master equations with enhanced imagination. I'm stepping along a path that don't exist to make a statement. And nobody shall erase it. Forever I'm known in history to be the leader of a nation. Searching for my voice, I'm letting them know we here. And nothing will be the same. I just had to make it clear, yeah. In the heart of the city. Classic tip. In the hard time, Twighlight movement full of effect, hit up the truth. Achilles, where you at, though?
It's your boy Achilles, Twighlight movement. We out here at Cam Davis Studios, man. Do my bass recording, mastering, everything I do right here, man, in this studio right here. Born and raised out of Overtown. Ran the streets of Miami, Florida, period. Every borough out here, man, I've known and I've ran through. Started officially at the age of 21 under Twighlight movement, Twighlight Entertainment Group. Kevin A. Walton, CEO. He kind of turned things around for me in my life. I was selling dope, 9 years strong in the game over here in Overtown, selling heroin, weed, coke, crack, everything you name it, man. I was selling it. I don't sell it no more, but things had to take a different direction. 7, 8 years ago, man, I was a different state of mind. I did some time in prison. Got caught carrying the 45 of Smith & Wesson. Paid my dues, came out. Saw things a little bit differently, a little more clear. Started running my own business. Met up with Kevin at about the age of 25. We've been official for the past 5, 6 years, man. I thank God for everything that's happened in my life, spiritually. New people, new positive motives, positive environment. Shout out to my family in Honduras, ROSHAWN. You can't forget where you come from, first generation. I came from nothing, man. I started from nothing, and I ended up with something that grabs more substance in my life. I'm glad I got the people that I have around me, the things that I'm doing I never thought I'd be doing. I'm motivation, man. I'm what the streets looking for. Somebody that came from doing the wrong thing, and you can't judge a book by its cover, but I know I'm going in a positive direction in my life right now, man. From killing the cutthroat, the stealing, the robbing, and breaking in your crib, home invasions, to just making music, exercising, waking up in the morning, ain't got no worries. I think I come a long way, man. And I appreciate the love that I get from my peoples, the love that I get from Miami, the streets. Just the love in general, man, That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I ain't looking for no fights. I'm just looking for peace. Just get money, man. It's your boy Achilles. I'm at the speed of light. People ask me, who is Achilles the artist? And what does my music do for people? Achilles, I am a self-made warrior. Jack of all trades. Achilles is something that you need crucially to make a move with. I'm that kind of person. I bring that energy to the table, and I always get the job done. As far as my music goes, energetic, lyrical, metaphorically, it's spiritual, and it's definitely street. I can say that my music can actually relate to every street person that's in these streets out here hustling, out here trying to make a dollar, pimp, hoes, prostitutes, drug dealers, killers, motivators, whatever it is, man, you up in these streets, you can definitely relate to my music. And that's what my music will pertain to, because it's not meant for really nobody else outside that box. Unless you're a self-made hustler, then you're going to relate to it and you're going to recognize it and you're going to take it and run with it at the same time. What's my message to the world? My message to the world is don't stop. Don't never give up, man, on your dreams. Don't never stop on your goals, man, your achievements, things that you know on the inside that you can do, and do it. You know, take the necessary steps, man. The universe will always open up other doors. It's just up to you as a person to make those steps, you know what I'm saying? As far as the movement, it's the Twighlight movement, man. I'm a light being. I see things a different way than other people do, than the majority. So a lot of people may not like my direction that I'm going, or they might not like the information that I'm bringing out, because we're about research, we're about determination, we're about bringing knowledge, man, to the, you know, to the masses. A lot of people ain't gonna like that. Government may not like that. The feds may not like that. You may not like that. But at the same time, I'm gonna give you the truth, man, and that's, you know, that's what's been setting me free. So I'm trying to do the same for somebody else, man. I'm just trying to change my life, man. And I don't know if I could change mine. I know I can help somebody else change at the same time too, man. I came from killing, dealing, drug dealing. I don't even have those motives in my head or in my soul anymore, man. So, you know, like I said, man, my life did a complete 180, man. I'm just trying to make sure somebody else do the same. With K the Truth, I'm trying to take this in my life as far as it can go. Sky's the limit. I'm at the speed of light. I'll never stop until I reach to where I know where I'm at a plateau where I can take a retirement off of this. But right now, man, we building something, man, for future generations, man. You know, that's what I feel. That's what I know. You know, that's the God-given energy that I have and the motivation that I bring every day, man, to the table, man. You know, I got a lot of people around me. I got the right positive people around me. I got the right energy, the right motives, the right goals. Ain't no one gonna stop me but myself, man. I know I ain't gonna stop me, man. I'm a juggernaut out here, man.
Walking through the tunnel, I could finally see the twilight. Blisters on my feet, been walking barefoot in the air night. Put it all together, I'm on a journey like you never know. 29 years since I was 15, I've been on my own. I love to fight, call me Achilles, I'm the dark knight. Suffering in chains, I'm getting stronger than the air night. Cause it past the time for us to shine, my team's ready for war. Magazines AK-47 clips, so you're ready for more. Was raised a soldier, I was brought up in the military. Keysville Air Force Base 100 Curtis job, you looking scary. I'm estimated, educated by my adversaries. Take a closer look, closest homie in the obituary. Locked up doing time, getting money is my crime. I keep my haters twisted like a fresh off that line. I can't stop, I'm at the speed of light. Fears they wanna take a bite. I'm out of reach, I'm out of sight. I'm humble and it feels so right. In the heart of the city, at the speed of light. A-double-K-I-double-L-E-Z.